in Democrat-run cities nationwide. Decline is a choice. You don't have to live in constant fear of being robbed, raped, or murdered. Your leaders are lying to you, and they have been failing you for decades.
Here in the nation's capital, Aisha, crime has been reduced after those reinforcements were calling to hit the streets. Here's the latest numbers. Over 1,300 arrests have been made since the operation started this month. 9 gang members have been arrested, 5 missing children rescued. Over 130 illegal weapons have been seized, and to date, 50 homeless encampments have been cleared. President Trump firing off a late-night post, quote, carjacking in D.C. is down 87%. All other categories of crime are likewise down massively since I got involved. D.C. will soon be a crime-free zone in only 14 days, far faster than scheduled. Thank you for your attention to this matter. As you mentioned, California Governor Gavin Newsom wants suppression teams, though not the National Guard, called in. He thinks these teams have already had luck in some cities around the state with crime problems. Here's Newsom explaining it yesterday.
Crime's an issue, and we want to tackle it, and we continue to do more in that space. And we announced and highlighted some of the expansion. What is not contradictory, respectfully, is that we're doing it in partnership with our local communities. We did it in partnership with the Biden administration prior. We're not talking about the nationalization, the militarization of the Guard and militarizing United States cities.
Now, as far as the National Guard hitting the streets of Chicago, President Trump in a post yesterday just said, stay tuned. Aisha?
Okay, Lucas Tomlinson at the White House for us. Lucas, thank you. Well, Chicago's crime crisis has hit close to home for our Fox News political analyst, Gianno Caldwell. In 2022, Gianno's 18-year-old brother, Christian, was shot and killed in Chicago. And in a recent opinion piece, Gianno urges Trump to deploy the National Guard to that city immediately. Gianno joins me now, and he also wrote the new book, The Day My Brother Was Murdered, My Journey Through America's Violent Crime Crisis, a very important book for everyone who's interested in this topic to read. Gianno, you have such a deep and painful connection to this story and to this city in particular. So let me ask you this. When you hear somebody like J.B. Pritzker or Brandon Johnson come out and say, look, there's nothing to see here, there's no problem here, crime is going down, aren't they overlooking some of the most underserved communities that are feeling this pain almost every day?
I mean, they're intentionally lying about what the realities are in the city of Chicago. I remember the White House just mentioned almost 150,000 crimes committed just this year alone. That's insane. What we're seeing now is Democrats, whether it be locally, J.B. Pritzker or Mayor Brandon Johnson or Gavin Newsom, locally or nationally, are in a tailspin. The lies that they have been telling, the American people are not capitulating to. What they're seeing in Washington, D.C., with Donald Trump, Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, and many others at the helm is results. They know that if they send out what we see in National Guard in many instances and other federal agencies, that we would see reductions. And that same model can be copied to some extent in Chicago and in Illinois. Democrats know that it's been effective. What they wanted was chaos. They wanted confusion. They wanted to see protests and violence occur on our streets and pushback to the Trump administration. But that's not what they've gotten. They've gotten residents who've embraced the actions of our president, and they want to see more of that around the country. That's why Democrats are now trying to act, because they know that this will be a major issue in the midterms. So they're trying to take that issue off the table.
Well, not far.